Phantom of the Pits, The Phantom, one of the most useful trading books ever written, was given away for free by an author who refused to give a name. In the late 1990s, a veteran floor trader began posting hard-won lessons on a trading forum, asking nothing in return, and became known simply as the Phantom of the Pits. The Phantom had spent decades in the Chicago futures pits, had made and lost real fortunes there, and wanted lessons that had cost so much to cost the next trader nothing. Core thesis: the Phantom watched thousands of traders come and go from the floor, and the ones who failed almost all failed the same way. They treated their losing trades as recoverable, leaving them open in the hope of a comeback, and they treated their winning trades as fragile, closing them early to bank the relief. The whole book exists to reverse that picture. The successful trader does the opposite on both sides. They assume every trade is wrong until the market proves it right, so losers get closed fast and small. And they add to positions that prove themselves, so winners grow into something that matters. 2 rules, 1 reversal, and the entire arithmetic of a trading account changes. Rule 1, wrong until proven. Right? This is the most original idea in the book, and it turns the normal mindset inside out. Most traders open a position believing they are right and then wait to be shown they are wrong. The Phantom opens a position assuming it is wrong and waits for the market to prove it right. Feel the difference in a real moment. You buy a breakout, and instead of running, the market stalls and drifts sideways. The ordinary trader sees no reason to leave because the stop has not been hit and being wrong has not been proven. The Phantom sees every reason to leave because being right has not been proven either. The position was on probation from the second it opened. The market has withheld its evidence. And so the trade goes quickly and without ceremony long before the formal stop is touched. Run that reflex across a career and the damage that never happens is enormous. The losses stay small, not because the stops are tight, but because the trader stops waiting to be hurt before acting. Osiris Capital Trading Desk holds a trade to the same standard. The moment a position opens, it is watching for the market's proof, coaching the quick exit when that proof is withheld. And when the trade is closed, it grades how well the loss was taken. On that scorecard, failing to lose well caps the whole grade on its own, because losing well is the skill everything else stands on. Rule 2, press what proves itself. The second rule completes the first. When the market does provide its evidence, when the move confirms in your direction with real structure behind it, the Phantom does not sit content with the startup position. He adds to it. The first entry was only ever a probe, a fraction of the intended size, sent out to ask the market a question. A confirmed answer earns more size, and each add is smaller than the last, with the risk of the whole position held together under one composite stop. The arithmetic this produces is the entire secret. A trader who wins half the time with small wins and small losses goes nowhere. A trader who wins half the time keeps the losses tiny under Rule 1 and presses the confirmed winners under Rule 2. Compounds, the wins are no more frequent. They are simply allowed to become large while the losses are never allowed to. Osiris Desk manages pressing in exactly this shape. It only supports adding to a position that is already winning, each add smaller than the one before, with the pyramid held under a single composite stop. So pressing stays a reward for being proven right and never becomes a rescue attempt. 2 rules, 1 system. The Phantom is clear that the rules are not 2 separate tips, they are one machine. Rule 1 keeps every losing trade small, and Rule 2 makes some winning trades large, and the asymmetry between those 2 outcomes is where the money comes from. Remove either half and the machine stops. A trader with Rule 1 alone believes nothing but never builds anything because the winners stay starter-sized. A trader with Rule 2 alone builds positions well but gives the gains back through slow, hopeful losers. And most retail traders run the perfect inverse of the whole system, hoping on their losers and snatching their winners, which is why the same failure pattern repeats in every generation. The pit instinct, the Phantom traded shoulder to shoulder with professionals in a place where hesitation cost money by the second, and the instincts of that world are worth studying because they are the exact opposite of the instincts most people bring from normal life. The pit trader senses weakness fast and leaves the moment a level stops holding. They sense strength fast and press while the move is proving itself. They have no attachment whatsoever to their entry price because the market does not know what they paid and does not care. And they size with the quality of the moment rather than with what feels comfortable, small when the tape is unclear, and larger only when the evidence is loud. The retail instinct runs the other way on every point. It hopes a broken level will repair itself. It doubts strength and sells into it for relief. It obsesses over the entry price, promising to leave once the trade gets back to flat. None of this is stupidity. It is ordinary human wiring applied to a game that punishes ordinary human wiring. The book is, more than anything, a manual for retraining it. Training the new reflexes. The Phantom does not pretend the rules are easy to follow, and he has no patience for the idea that reading about them is enough. The old instincts are wired in by a lifetime of loss aversion and sunk cost thinking, and they only give way through controlled practice with real but tiny consequences. So the protocol is deliberately modest, trade small enough that no single loss carries any emotional charge. Practice Rule 1 on its own, closing fast every time the market withholds its proof, trade after trade. Practice Rule 2 the same way, adding to what proves itself in small steps. Keep the size down until both rules execute without any inner negotiation, and only then let the size grow. The muscle has to exist before it is asked to lift anything heavy. Osiris desk turns that practice into something counted rather than hoped for. Every clean, planned trade advances a live discipline cycle, and a single broken rule resets the count to 1 with the slip named and its cost log. The retraining the Phantom describes stops being a vague intention and becomes a number you can watch grow. What good trading actually feels like. One of the most valuable passages in the book describes the feel of trading well because it is nothing like what newcomers expect. Most trades feel anticlimactic. A probe goes out, the market declines to confirm it, the position is closed small, and nothing dramatic has happened. The real gains build slowly through long stretches of holding a confirmed winner while the stop trails behind it and nothing needs to be done. The dominant emotion of good trading, the Phantom says, is boredom, not excitement, not adrenaline, just patient repetition of the rules while the edge does its quiet work. That is not a flaw in the method. It is the method. The trader who craves excitement will overtrade to find it, and the market charges admission for entertainment. The trader who can be bored and stay bored and keep executing is the one operating correctly. Why the rules feel so hard. The Phantom names the resistances directly because a named resistance loses half its power. The ego resists Rule 1 because closing an unproven trade feels like admitting the analysis was wasted. The need for closure resists Rule 2 because an open winner is unfinished business the mind wants settled. Loss aversion, sensible in everyday life, becomes a bug at the screen, pushing you to protect tiny gains and nurse growing losses. And the crowd cheers the wrong behavior, repeating that nobody ever went broke taking profits, when the truth is that plenty of traders have gone broke taking small profits while letting large losses run. Each of these will fire in you on real trades, usually at the worst moment. The book's advice is not to be surprised by them. Expect them, name them when they arrive, and execute the rule anyway. Authority earned the hard way. Like every great trading confessional, this one draws its authority from disaster. The Phantom is open about having been wiped out and about the rules being carved directly from the experience of ignoring them. That is worth taking seriously. A trader who has never been seriously hurt applies rules like these half-heartedly as suggestions. The trader who has watched an account disappear applies them like a survivor, because for them the rules are not theory, they are scar tissue. The book's quiet hope is that you can borrow the scar without earning it, adopting the discipline before the disaster rather than after it. The power of simplicity. The last gift of the book is its size. 2 rules, not 17 indicators, not 8 setups with 5 filters each. Just 2 rules from which every decision flows. The Phantom argues that complexity fails precisely when you need it most because under stress nobody can weigh 30 considerations, but anybody can remember 2. Close it fast when the market withholds its proof. Press it hard when the market provides it. Everything else in trading is implementation detail around that kernel. Bottom line, read this after the psychology books because it is the operational layer that makes them concrete. Where others explain the mindset of the professional, the Phantom hands you the two levers that mindset actually pulls: a fast exit on the unproven trade and a press position on the proven one. The rules take a minute to learn and years to execute under pressure, and they remain the simplest complete trading framework ever published. Trading rewards very few qualities as reliably as it rewards principles of this kind, held for years without ever needing to be original. Osiris Desk was designed to hold exactly that kind of weight, an advanced platform for trader development and disciplined trade management, and the flagship of Osiris Capital. None of it is left for later because Osiris Desk keeps this very book open at the screen. It coaches the fast exit when the market withholds its proof, supports the press only when a trade has earned it, and counts every clean repetition of the rules until losing well and pressing hard are simply how you trade.